Hello friends, I'm Tim WIldsmith, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Filament Bible collection from Tyndale. So one of the things that I've thought about a lot in recent years is the balance between studying the Bible, using a physical copy of the Bible, and then using all of the resources that are out there in the digital world. So there's software, apps, online platforms, things like that. And I was in seminary for 4 years at Fuller Theological Seminary, and I spent so much of my time studying with these online tools that when I got to the end of that, one of the reasons I started Bible Review Blog was because I was on the hunt for a really great physical copy of the Bible that could be my main go-to Bible because I wanted to read something physical. But what I really like about this Filament app that Tyndale has created is that they've paired it with physical copies of the Bible. So the original Tyndale Filament Bible came out back in 2018. I'm going to show you this in just a second. And it came out and it partnered with this app that basically, it was like, hey, we've got a physical copy of the Bible for you. It's a really great Bible. It looks great. I like a lot of the features of this Bible just as for the sake of being a Bible. But then they also created this app called Filament, which allows you to go deeper as you study. And it's filled with lots of different resources that make studying the Bible kind of come to life a little bit more and go to a deeper place. And it's a lot of tools that you would have to have several reference volumes in addition to this to have all of the stuff. So you can have a great physical Bible, but you also have an app that you can go to dig deeper without having to carry around a bunch of commentaries and things like that, which I think is a really cool way to do it. And so this is the original one, but then recently Tyndale has kind of expanded and it's now the Filament Bible collection. So they have a lot of Bibles that are kind of more reminiscent of Bibles that you may be familiar with. Like this is just a classic thin line reference Bible in the New Living Translation. If you look at it from the outside and you didn't know that it was part of the Filament collection, you might not even know that there was an app that goes with this. But the Filament app syncs up with this Bible and it does the same thing that it did with the original one. So you have thin line Bibles, you have giant print personal size, which is what this brown one is. So they released a bunch of different Bibles in the New Living Translation and the King James Version, and they're expanding that line, and all of these come with the ability to access the Filament app. So you're basically able to get a lot of different Bibles in different shapes and sizes, different font sizes, all those sorts of things, but you can still use the Filament app as you're going through it. So I think it's a really cool feature. I've spent a lot of time with this because I wrote an article for ChurchTechToday all about the Filament Bible collection and the Filament app. And so you can definitely check that out. I'll put a link in the description to that as well. But really cool app, really cool feature. The whole point of Bible Review Blog is to help you find a Bible that's right for you. And I do like the idea of focusing on some of the technology that's out there in the Bible world because there's a lot of really cool stuff out there that's not just physical Bibles. And in the case of Filament, it's pairing those two things together in a really unique way. So before we dive in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is the Tyndale Filament Bible collection. Okay, I mentioned that this is the original Tyndale Filament Bible. I love this Bible. Really, really sharp. It looks great. It's about 5.5 inches wide, 8.5 inches tall. And what I love about it, this is the box that it comes in. Really great two-piece box. But what I love about this Bible is the single column format. It's the lexicon typeface that you see in a lot of other Bibles. It's got a really great look and feel to it. It feels very familiar to me. I love the single column nature of it. It's a 9-point font. It's really easy to read. And you know what? The more I thought about this, I was like, wow, this looks really great. This looks really familiar. Why does this look so familiar? And that's because this is the same Bible. Essentially, there's one big difference between this Bible and the NLT Select Bible from Tyndale, which many of you know the NLT Select is the same thing as the Schuyler Caxton. So if you open up, I'm in Ezekiel 39, page 1404. So I'm going to go to page 1404 in the Caxton so you can see how this plays out. These are the same Bible. There's one major difference, and that is, can I get there? Look at this. 40, 40, everything's the same except for the Tyndale Select, which again is the same. It's a Tyndale text block that Schuyler uses for the Caxton. It has cross references out in the margin, whereas the Filament Bible has these blank spaces, and that's like the little filament thing that you use for the app to find out what page you're on. But they're basically the same Bible. So like that's a hack for you if you have the Caxton or the Tyndale Select. It's basically the same thing as the Filament Bible, the original one. So I really, really love this Bible. It's very easy to use. It's beautiful. It looks sharp. They've now expanded the line, and they've added this, which they're calling the Filament Collection. So this one right here is the large print thin line reference Bible. I think, no, this is the regular thin line reference Bible, and they also have a large print thin line reference Bible. So that's what this guy is. Look at that. It's just very traditional 2-column reference Bible. You wouldn't even know that this is connected to the Filament app if you didn't know, right? And then this is the giant print version. So you see that one, you get a 12-point font in this guy versus a 9-point font in this one. Again, that same size where they are 5.5 by 8.5, really, really sharp. I've done a lot of details and specs on the website about these Bibles and about what they look like and what they feel like, and all of the different materials that they're made with. They have sewn bindings and stuff like that. These are genuine leather covers that look really nice. They have blue, they have brown, they have black. The brown is a little bit smoother than the blue. See that? It's a little bit more pebbly on the blue. But I mean, just overall, really great, solid Bibles. And again, you can just pick these up and read and go straight to town. This one lays really flat. I like this one a lot. A great Bible to read. But then what happens is if you get the Tyndale app loaded into your phone or your tablet, then you scan this little, see, that's the symbol, the Tyndale, the Filament symbol right there. If you scan this, or you can type the page number in, it then unlocks all of the app stuff. So I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to bring over the iPad, open the Filament app. So the last time I had this open, I was in the Gospel of Matthew, chapters 27 and 28. You can use this camera feature right here, tap that camera feature in the top right corner and scan the page number with that little Filament logo on any page of the Bible, and it'll go ahead and load that in. Or you can tap here on the screen and just tap page and type in, so I'm going to go to page 544 and hit go, and it'll go, that's Psalm 119. Or I can tap where it says Psalms, and I can go and pick a different passage of the Bible. So let's go to Luke's Gospel, hit go. We'll go to chapter 15. You guys know that I love the prodigal son parable. Okay, so now we're into, this is the section from page 928 to 929, and I believe this is linked up to the Thin Line Reference Bible, Luke 14 through 16, and then you have these three different areas in the center of the screen. These are the three different types of options when you're in the Filament app. You can do the study, the reflect, or the see. So let's start with study. We're going to click study. That's going to open up, and the bottom left of the screen, you see it says study notes. So these are all the study notes from the NLT Study Bible. So you don't have to have the study Bible, the big thick study Bible. You have the app. So you have the main text of Scripture in the Bible that you're carrying around with you, but then here you have all of the study notes that would be at the bottom of the page in the study Bible. Then you go over to book overview. Now you have the entire Gospel of Luke book introduction and overview. So you get the purpose of the book, the author, the date, all of the information about the setting and the writing and the meaning. So much information about the Gospel of Luke that will be anywhere you scan or you look in the Gospel of Luke, this will be there. Then we go to people. So we have information here about the Pharisees, because at the beginning of Luke chapter 15, Jesus has that little moment where people are gathered around and the Pharisees are standing in the back kind of watching him. So this is a little bit of information about some of the people that are in the context of this chapter. And then you go to the themes at the bottom right side of the page, and you have all of the different themes. So the theme of the shepherd, the theme of pride and humility, all of these different things, you click into each one, and it's going to give you kind of a little mini article and then passages for further study based on these themes. That's all found in the Study tab, which is the very first tab. So I'm going to X out of this, go back. Now we have the Reflect tab. So in the Reflect tab, it's going to give you mostly articles from other Bibles or books, devotional Bibles, things like that, devotionals that Tyndale has created. So this first one, Act in Love. This is written by Kelly Fabian, and you see at the very bottom it says Sacred Questions, a transformative journey through the Bible. So that's where this comes from. But then you have all of these different articles and little devotional materials that are linked up to this section of the Bible. So if we wanted to read the parable of the prodigal son, we have The Father's Run from Chris T. Green. Right? This is from a devotional called Dancing in the Desert Devotional Bible, right? There's another one here from Kelly Fabian, A Good and Gracious Father. So you get different devotional materials, things that it's called Reflect, things that are intended to help you reflect as you're reading through the text. And then we go back out here to see, After we click on C, we get a bunch of different visual study tools. So interactive maps, videos, all of these videos are from the Bible Project, which I really love. So all of the content you find online at the Bible Project is in this app. So you just tap on the video and you're going to get the introductions to the different books of the Bible, the read scripture things. Here's an infographic that is Jewish society. So it's kind of giving you information visually about the context and the culture of that time. Here's an illustration of a first century Jewish home. So as we're talking about different things in the Gospels, we can understand what that looks like. There's just all of this different information. There's videos, worship songs, all of these different things that you can click into. I'm not going to click into those because I think some of that's copyrighted material, but lots of different information that you can use to just visually explore the Bible as you're reading it. So going back out here once again, you have the study section, which gives you all of the different study notes, the book overviews, the people, the themes, all of that different stuff. Then you have the reflect, which is more devotional material that's intended to help you kind of reflect and pause and think as you're reading through the scriptures. And then you have see, which is really great, kind of engaging that visual side of your brain to see maps and videos and different infographics and things like that. And all of that is built into the app so that you don't have to worry about that with the Bible. You get that built right in, and I think it's really sharp. These are great Bibles that look really great, they feel really great, they're easy to use, and you also have access to this beautiful app to go with them. So it's like using both. You get the beauty of using a really nice, great, feels good in your hand Bible, but then you also have all of that other information that this is such a great small Bible, this thin line reference edition, and you'd have to have 3 or 4 volumes to carry all the information that you have in that app around with this Bible. So it makes it really interesting and really fun to use. So I really am impressed with the Tyndale Filament Bible Collection. So there you have it. That is the Filament Bible Collection from Tyndale. I would love to know what you think about these Bibles and what you think about the app, so definitely leave a comment and let me know. And if you are already using the Bibles or the Filament app, definitely let us know what your favorite parts about it so everybody can see and check that out for themselves. I will put links in the description of the video to where you can buy one of these Bibles. I will also put a link to that article that I mentioned earlier that I wrote for Church Tech Today. And you can see all of that information as well as more photos at BibleReviewBlog.com. I've got a full write-up. I've got all those links there for you as well. Definitely check out Bible Review Blog on Instagram and Facebook. We have a great community out there on social media. And while you're here on YouTube, hit that like button. And if you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel because I've got a bunch of great content about the Bible, more videos coming out very soon. And you can visit my channel to see all the stuff that I've done so far. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.